welcome back to my channel. Oh, this is the last day. The last day of 12 Days of Collabs. If you're interested in seeing what we're talking about today, who I'm collaborating with, then just keep watching. Whew. All right, guys. Today is the last day of 12 Days of Collabs. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you that have kind of come through this journey with me, and trust me, 12 days ago feels like an eternity. It has been a lot of work. There's a lot of editing and just time and planning that goes into it. I wanted to first say thank you to all of you for just watching the videos, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. To all of my new subscribers that came through those collabs, welcome. I am so happy to have you as a part of our community as well. I'm just so grateful. I had a blast. I knew right up front that I could not commit to 24 days of Mishmas or Vlogmas or what people do. It would be too much for me with work and the kids, but I wanted to dedicate the first 12 days of the month to all of you. So thank you for just supporting me and accepting me. Like, that is just so heartwarming. So thank you. Today I'm collaborating with Kara at Beauty and the Frizz. We all know her. We all love her. She's one of my YouTube besties. One of my other very good friends. I mean, Kara and I and Dr. Ash, we have a group chat that we talk on every single day. Like, we start the day with each other, we end the day with each other. It's just a beautiful friendship, and I'm so happy to be able to collaborate with Dr. Ash and her makeup once again. She is just an amazing person, guys. She loves makeup, and you're gonna see a lot of eyeshadow on her channel. Indie, luxury, high-end, mid-range, everything. She loves eyeshadow, and we love her eye looks. So thanks, ladies, for collaborating with. This is such a special way to close out 12 days of collabs, because you guys know I love you so much. I just needed a day to dedicate to both of you. So thank you for working with me. Thank you guys for going on this journey with me. Let's go ahead and get started. Today's video is all about my makeup uniform. Like, what's my day-to-day slay? Like, what do I go to? What do I gravitate towards? Just on my day-to-day, I know it's gonna look good, no fuss. I put it on and it's just gonna perform well every single day. I have the products that have been my day-to-day slay for me, and products that I normally gravitate towards. A lot of these are gonna be products that you've seen quite a bit on my channel, but again, they're my day-to-day slay. And so, I'll be sharing those. When it came to the eye look, I don't have a day-to-day eye look because I make myself use a different palette every single day. And so what I thought I would do is I would create an eye look that is my go-to, which is my green eyeshadow. You guys already know, green eyeshadow is my love language. I love it. If I could use it every day, I would. However, I like to give all my palettes some love. So today we're gonna create an eye look that has a pop of green, because we need it. We need green eyeshadow in our lives. Before we go into the application process of the video, I just wanna give a quick shout out to Nappy Headed Jojoba here on YouTube. She was the one that created this tag, and that's essentially what it was. It's just like, what's my day-to-day makeup routine like? Like, what is a look that, you know, is always complimented by others, that I know performs well, that I'm kind of known for. So she created this tag. When she created the tag, she also did that in collaboration with Mel Thompson here on YouTube, as well as Kelsey Brianna J. They all collaborated. They talked about their go-to day makeup look. And so I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. I will be linking down below Nappy Headed Jojoba's video. I think she did a beautiful job, but I love her. Like, I'm biased because I just think she's amazing. Very beautiful, very intelligent, talks about topics that sometimes, you know, are a little tricky talking about, but she speaks her truth, and I respect that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. To T at Nappy Headed Jojoba, thank you for creating this. We had a lot of fun making this video. Don't forget to like the video if you like what you see. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure and go enter my 1,000 subscriber luxury giveaway. That closes on 12/18. So I'll link that up above and down below so you can quickly find it. A lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of good stuff. And lastly, I'll see you over on my Instagram and Twitter. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, guys, so this will not come as a surprise, but for my everyday, you guys know that I've been loving this primer, and so the one that I'm going to use today is the YSL Touche Éclat. I've shown this quite a bit, but as you can see, it's wearing down. We're about halfway, which when you have a large collection like that, just doesn't happen. So when it does, it's kind of a big deal. I concentrate it mostly in the center, And then whatever's left over, I'll put towards the end of my face, the perimeters. Such a beautiful primer. In my eyes, just perfection. My skin loves it. It is not sticky. It's more of a silicone feel, but it just grips my foundation and it makes it last so much longer. I did do my brows off of camera. However, it's the same products that are always linked down below in my description box, which is the Dior Show Brow Styler. This is in the shade dark brown. It doesn't have a cap to this, so don't be scared. It won't dry out your pencil. It's really, really good. And then I always set them with the Chantecaille Full Brow Perfecting Gel. This is also in the shade dark, and I am loving this gel. It's supposed to help your brows grow a little bit faster. I also did prime my eyelids off of camera with my NARS Budge Proof eye setting primer. This is just so, so good. I've compared it to the Kaleidos and then another one, and I just didn't like it as much. This one just really does set the eyeshadow. It makes it more vibrant. It doesn't budge all day long, so I love this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and start with eyes first, simply because I'm using a palette that sometimes can have a little bit of fallout. Now, the palette that I'm gonna use today is not a palette I use every day, but what I would say about that is that I don't have a go-to eye palette that I use. It's like I rotate every single day, no matter what. However, my makeup uniform would include some sort of green eyeshadow. I know, shocker, shocker. But the one that I'm gonna use today that I'm really, really excited about is my Milk Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection. This is the Recently Deceased palette, and I absolutely have been enjoying and loving this palette. Now I'm gonna go with like more of a gray base, and then I'm gonna use those pops of green in my look. So for my gray base, I will be using the Wayne Goss Pearl Moonstone palette. I think that gray with just deepening up of the black on the outer V will make it really, really nice, and it will make my greens pop. Let me bring you in a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. Taking my reference number 14, going in with this gray here. I'm going to start by placing it on the outside of my eye and then taking what's left and going in. I'm gonna take my BK207, which is a tiny little fluffer pencil brush that I will go into the black and really deepen up that outer V, but I want it very concentrated, and so that's why I went with this brush. Take whatever's left over and just kind of place it throughout. Okay, now for the fun part, which is part of my makeup uniform, what everybody kind of knows me by. I'm gonna take my reference number 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into, I think I'm gonna go into this green first, Beetlejuice. I'm going to really dig my brush in there, get it nice and saturated with product, and then I'm going to pat, pat, pat. Look at that green, guys. That is just beautiful. You guys, please don't forget to leave me some comments down below on my background, just some feedback. I am really happy with the way that it turned out. You guys know that I shared with you guys on a video earlier this week, like how hard it is to get your lighting just right. I mean, it's so frustrating, and it's like when you finally get it to a place that you like, that you think looks good, it's just, you know, those small victories really do keep you going, but I want your feedback. All right, so check out that green. Look at how beautiful that looks. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna take my Sigma concealer brush. This is the F70, and it, like I said, just a concealer brush. Now I'm gonna go into the green shimmer, which is quickly becoming my favorite shade, which is this one here. That shade is called Neurotic, and it's that one there. It's just such a pop-in shimmer, you guys. Like, what I have found with Melt is they're just so pigmented. I know that there's a lot of reviews for the Melt Beetlejuice palettes. Would you guys like to see that? Is that something that's interesting, or have you seen enough videos? Please let me know. I've definitely been playing with them a lot. I don't believe that I have anything bad to say. They're just incredible. So I'm just going back in with the black to kind of make sure that the green shimmer doesn't overpower the outer V here. Taking my reference 14 into this gray one more time and just lightly going over, just to create a really pretty halo effect for this green, because my goodness, it can tend to overpower the whole look, but I absolutely love it. Look at that, guys. This is just incredible. Okay, I'm happy with the eye look, so now we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. We'll work on the lower lash line after I'm done with my complexion. Okay, so I've talked about this tip before, but what I like to do under my eyes just to make it so that they're plump and not dry and even just a little illuminated is I do like to go in with my Chantecaille Radiance Elixir. This is just a little sample bottle, but I have my full size in my skincare fridge. I just really like it like illuminates my under eye, which you don't want to highlight areas with fine lines or wrinkles, but it illuminates it. It doesn't highlight it, it illuminates it. And then the elixir as a whole is very plumping, very hydrating, and I love that. Okay, the next step is my foundation. I've promised this review before. It was right before my 12 Days of Collabs started. I had a little bit of like camera issues when that happened, and so I didn't get to this review, but everything's filmed and ready to go. You should see that on Sunday if all goes well. It doesn't release until the middle of January, so we have a little bit of time, but I have a very, very thorough review on it, but this is my go-to lately, guys. This cushion foundation is the shit. It's so, so good, and I've just been really enjoying it. It's my daily go-to. It looks so airy, but perfecting and blurring, it's just beautiful. The brush that I'm using is the BK106. Okay, now on to concealer. You guys already know the best concealer that I've discovered this year is my Dior Forever Skin Correct. It is just a no-fail, foolproof, beautiful concealer. I'm actually impressed with how much product comes in because I use it almost daily. And I mean, I have used it down quite a bit, but I'm about, you know, 60% done with it. I'm just impressed. I've had it since April. Lisa J Concealer Method. During a video, I recently explained how with the Lisa J Concealer Method, I no longer have to set my eyes too heavily. I do like to use the Chantecaille Blur Powder because I feel like it's a little bit luminizing. I mean, it's kind of got a little bit of a luminizing effect, much like the Chantecaille Radiance Elixir that I like to use there. So I just go in lightly, nothing too crazy. I don't set my cheek area because we're gonna go in with cream bronzer. The cream bronzer that I've recently pulled out and have been loving is my Huda Beauty Tantour. This is in the shade medium. It just blends out so nicely, and I think it gives me exactly the coverage that I'm looking for, or the color payoff, I should say. So I actually like to go in with my BK106. It serves multi-purpose use, and I just would go in lightly. This is very pigmented, so you don't want to pick up a lot of product right away. You see that? I start kind of high, just because I will be blending a little bit. And I don't want the contour or the bronze to drag down. Now to set the bronzer with a powder product, I like to go in with any bronzer. Right now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury with my Wayne Goss Large Artist Brush. Just set it very lightly. I don't always contour my nose. When I want to, I like to use my BK Beauty 206 brush. And I just will go very, very lightly down my nose. I don't really have a problem with my nose. More than anything, it's just for a look, I guess. But do you see how it just kind of brings further definition? Whereas right before I started, it was sort of blown out. So yeah, just added a little dimension. Oh my God, you guys, this green. Oh, I just can't. It's so beautiful. After bronzer, I like to do highlight. My go-to highlight. I literally have not put this down since I got it. Now, I did sleep on this. I was late to the game, and I kept seeing it on people. I was like, I just have to have it. And then, of course, the limited edition piece, whatever. I can tell you that this is a highlight like none other in my collection, and I think I have over 20 highlighters, but it is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's glass-like, but it's like this crazy glow that I've never experienced until I found this highlighter. So the brush that I love to use for that is the BK Beauty 108. You guys see that? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But it's like, it looks like really highlighty on camera, but in person, it's not blinding, but it's just beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God. It's like, it brings like it almost looks see-through in the areas that you apply it. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's so beautiful, you guys. Love it. If you've been thinking about it, don't sleep on it. It's limited edition. Just get it. It's so good. I love it so much. The last part that I like to do for face products is my blush. The blush that I like recently, because it's winter time and I like a little bit of extra luminosity just to make my face look healthy and not dull or dry. The one that I love is the Melt Cosmetics. This is in the shade Buzzkill, and it is just beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I will say I don't really use the highlight too much. I usually just do the blush. I'm going in with my Chikuhodo cheek brush just for a very light, airy application. It has a little bit of sheen, but it doesn't, like, in my experience, does not accentuate my texture or anything. This highlight doesn't accentuate my texture. I mean, it's just a pretty blush. I guess I should give the highlight a try again, but it was the blush that I just fell in love with. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the Wayne Goss palette for the lower lash line, but I think I'm gonna go with this gray here. It has a little bit of a sheen, and I think that will be lighter and prettier. For my lashes, you guys already know, it's my Chantecaille Longest Lash Mascara. I use this every single day, whether I'm wearing lashes or not. For the most part, when I do like colorful eye looks, which is almost, I mean, I would say 5 or 6 days a week, I like to apply lashes. I don't like anything crazy or bold. I like something very simple, very wispy, so that it looks natural somewhat. But even when I wear lashes or not, this is always the base coat that I go in with. It just has this fortifying blend that my lashes really have loved. My lashes have grown quite a bit. I've talked about this so much, so I won't beat it to death, but that's what I do. The lashes that I like to use, I feel like are so random, but these are it. They're very wispy, very natural. They're not too crazy long or thick or anything like that. I actually found, let me see, 1, 2, 3. So it's a 6-pack. It's a 6-pack for like $5 or $6. I found them at the store at my mall called AOA. If I can find them online, I'll link them down below, because my niece, who's the one that introduced me to them, said that they used to just be an online retailer. And it's just like really like dollar makeup, like dollar scrunchies, things like that. But they just work so well, and I love how pretty and natural they look. They are synthetic, which is great for people with allergies. I don't even know if you could get real haired lashes anymore, but anyway. Okay, so we finished the lashes. In the waterline, I went in with my Chantecaille Violet Damask. I didn't want something super bright purple, but just a little hint of it, and I love this eyeliner so much. And now we're gonna go to lips. I just recently did a lippy tag, so you know some of my favorites. Of course, my go-to is, you know, no matter what the look is like, if the eye look is more neutral or more brown based, I usually like to go with like a bolder lip. But if I'm doing bold on the eyes, I always like to go with something nude, something in that category to kind of, you know, balance everything out. One of my go-tos per my lippy tag is my Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint. This is in the shade Uncuffed. It's just the perfect nude for me. I do want to go in with just a line to kind of guide it. So I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop. This is in the shade Bumble. It's a really pretty pink shade. And I'm just gonna lightly line my lips. So I lined them there. You know, we just recently did this Nailed It video, the Very Dior Holiday by Hindosh. And I experimented with overlining my lips a little bit, and I've kind of been digging it. I mean, I just think like I try to just do it a tiny bit. so it doesn't look ridiculous, but I'm kind of liking it. There we go. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about me overlining my lips a little bit. Like, does it look ridiculous? Does it still look acceptable? Like, let me know. I love feedback, but I think I'm liking it. I don't know. Then I like to set the face entirely. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I really do go between this one and the e.l.f. one. This is the one that's closest to me today. All right, guys, and there's the final look. What do we think about the final look? I think it's gorgeous. Like I said, this is not something that you guys see me in every day. However, for me, I am so adamant about switching out my palettes every single day. So when I thought about my uniform look, the first eyeshadow look that came to mind was green. Like, that's my go-to. I love green. And so I thought that we would create a green look. But for everything else, pretty much what I'm doing. If you noticed, like, I didn't set my entire face with powder. It's winter time, it's cold now. And so I don't really get oily throughout the perimeter of my face. I did set a little bit with my hummingbird powder, like just in this area here. And maybe throughout the day I might blot, I might just powder a little bit. But for the most part, I'm not using too much powder because we did go in with powder blush and powder highlight and powder bronzer, so that's enough. But yeah, that's what we're doing on a day-to-day slay. So anyway, I don't even know what that was. Okay, so let me know in the comments down below what your day-to-day slay is. Let me know what you normally gravitate to for like a quick on-the-go look. Like, what's the signature look that you're known for? Would love to know that in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much. I can't say it enough. Thank you for joining me on 12 Days of Collabs. It has been so fun. Not only did I get to work with amazing creators, but I got to know them on a personal level, and we've developed some really beautiful friendships. So I'm grateful to all of you that collaborated with me. Thank you for making this just such an amazing first Christmas time on YouTube. I'm just so excited. But I thank you all as well, all of you that are subscribed, that have gone through this 12-day journey with us. Like, I'm just so appreciative. Thank you for your support. Thank you for also going and supporting people that I collaborated with. That means a lot. To all the new subscribers, thank you for joining us. This is a place where we love makeup. We love talking about makeup. It's a place of positivity. It's a place where we all love and encourage each other. We don't deal with stupidness. We don't deal with bullies. Like, no, this is a safe space where we come and we just talk about just how obsessed we are with makeup. So thanks for joining us. Everyone, please, I cannot say this enough. Please go enter that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I have seen a lot of people enter and I'm so excited about that. But more, we need more people to enter. I know that this is gonna go to an amazing person and I just don't want anybody to miss out. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you liked this video, give me a like. Don't forget to go check out Beauty in the Frizz and Dr. Ash and her makeup as they show us their day-to-day slay. So thank you again to everyone. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where the party's at. Love you all so much. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.